Hello, my name is Colt Canava. I'm a graphic design student at Baylor University, and I have created a design for the N7 Future Soul competition, for the N7 category. What I've created is a N7 trainer shoe, which you can see here. It's further developed in the document that you received by email, so hopefully you're looking at that as well. Um, what I have done is resort to basic earth colors, which would be green and brown for the outer shoe, for the upper shoe. Um, I think these are my main colors. Um, and what I chose to do was focus on the symbolism rather than imagery of Native Americans, which would be like the headdress, the bows and arrows, other things that could possibly offend a group, a large group, a race of people. And rather, I decided to choose symbolism through both color and imagery. If you'll see the imagery, the symbolism through the shoe, the upper shoe, is in the green and brown, which represents the earth. And on the bottom, on the sole of the shoe, once you turn it over, you will see that I have illustrated a fish design with a fiery orange color, and there's a natural blue swirl around the background, which is symbolic of the fish of the sea and the fruits of the sea, and then the sea itself. Um, and also, the color of the fish represents the sun. So I've gone back to nature, earth, wind, water, fire, everything that could have some type of meaning to a people who care so much for nature, um, that I believe that this would be the right approach to designing such a shoe and pursuing some type of imagery. um, the shoe is composed of mesh, a lightweight mesh material. The midsole is comprised of a um, lightweight rubber material, which is easier for training as opposed to hardcore running. I figure, or the reason I chose to go after a training shoe as opposed to a hardcore basketball, baseball, soccer, running shoe is because if the Native Americans as a whole are as bad off as far as a health as has been stated, then you first have to begin somewhere, which is training before you can move on to actual sports and athletic competitions. So this design allows for flexibility between um, lifting weights, riding a bike, walking, jogging, anything of that nature, but not high endurance or high intensity sports. The mesh is a breathable material, and you'll notice the signature is also there's a large Nike swoosh that goes across the top of the shoe as opposed to just on the side. Um, and on the back, the midsole, I incorporated the Nike swoosh again, but I wanted to make sure that the Nike swoosh is very dominant, um, since I've eliminated a lot of the extra elements that possibly could have been incorporated. Um, so the mesh is form fitting. The design of the shoe, of the upper shoe, eliminates the need for unnecessary sewing or unnecessary seams that could possibly cause irritation to one's foot. Um, according to like the research that I found at foxnews.com, that this was the issue, as well as the fact that American Indians, based on scientific research, have a larger and wider foot. So I decided that the mesh creates a little more freedom, less restrictive, and is able to be manipulated and designed where it could fit a larger person's foot with less trouble. Also, the mesh. I've incorporated the ideas for a larger front toe box, as well as a thicker liner and a thick padding, shoe padding for the bottom, and also incorporating the Nike Plus products, because again, this is training. Let's see. Yeah, I mean that's about it as far as my design is concerned. Thank you. You might be interested in why I am interested in shoe design specifically. I may have said this, but I was a high school athlete. I've always considered myself an athlete, and I've always turned to Nike as opposed to any other product. And just combining the two, both my passions of art and sports, I find it very intriguing, very interesting that I'll be able to do that. And hopefully I've been able to successfully incorporate the design into the purpose that N7 is pursuing. Just thank you for your time.